Not that long ago, Air New Zealand launched their historic service to New York, operating from Auckland. This non-stop service made headlines around the globe thanks to its extended range, duration, and the ultimate connectivity boost. However, while making headlines for all the right reasons at launch, since then it's been a rather bleak affair, with the New Zealand-based carrier leaking problems and struggling to find the right solution. The New York JFK service was, as mentioned, a groundbreaking moment for Air New Zealand. After years of struggles brought on by restrictions implemented on the country during the pandemic, this service finally gave the airline a chance to spread its wings once again. But honestly, it's been troubled since launch. Being the fourth longest flight in the world, coming in at almost 9,000 miles and more than 17 hours in the air, it's a journey and a half. It also pushes the capabilities of the 787-9, the aircraft being used, similar to what Qantas has done with its Perth to London service. For such an important and lengthy flight, it is essential to ensure that it is viable, from an aircraft standpoint to also a passenger standpoint. Since launch though, and even on the inaugural flight, passengers have experienced problems with bags and such. This is due to weight restrictions, with checked bags being put on the plane and then later being offloaded. The airline cited poor weather and the need for extra fuel as the reasoning behind such a move to offload a number of the checked bags that customers had. It doesn't stop there though. A few days later, the flight needed to stop for fuel in Fiji, of course away from the plans of the service, which would typically run non-stop to JFK. Why is this? Well, in this instance, the airline cited stronger winds than were generally planned for when the route was launched. It now means that Fiji will become a routine refueling stop should the airline encounter such strong winds on the flight to JFK and or back. This could, of course, lead to potential missed connections and much more, although Air New Zealand says they will rebook appropriately the people that do miss their connections. Now, though, in the past 24 to 48 hours, a handful of days ago, it was revealed that 15 passengers were asked to stay behind in New York to help lighten the load. This was so the plane wouldn't have to stop again in Fiji for a refueling session. However, the flight payload, winds, and more continue to be impacting the service. And as the airline cites, and I think one of the biggest takeaways from all of this, is their calculations thus far have been proven to be incorrect. This is regarding forecasts and more when they were planning the service. Now, of course, these developments are interesting to anyone, but safety has to and always must come first. While not reiterated probably on my part nearly enough in my piece so far today, it should have been, and that's again that safety is a priority. Making a fuel stop in Fiji, while don't get me wrong, a massive inconvenience for anyone on board the plane, if it puts the safety even 0.1% higher than it is required. The issue though lies clearly in the planning for the service and the teething problems that the company is now having to endure thanks to this endeavour. Many forums have debated that Air New Zealand were jumping the gun, trying to beat out on Qantas, whereas others have said that it's purely the conditions that are wreaking havoc on the service, and that the aircraft in question is more than capable alongside much else. For the passengers though, of course the ones flying on the service, there's no doubt that it is incredibly frustrating to be offered a service and for the price premium that the airline is charging, which, don't get me wrong, is very expensive, and then to not get that service properly given to you. Again, it's a problem, especially with money being so important and of course investments in flights being huge. I have no doubt that, given time, the service will hopefully operate smoothly, with the, however, potential consistent risk of the refueling being needed in Fiji and the potential offloading. It's a risk that Air New Zealand are going to have to continue to run if they do want this service to succeed. What are your thoughts though? Do you believe it's teething issues? Do you think potentially better planning should have gone into the route launch? Let me know below, and a massive thank you to all the cabin crew members for your continued support, and of course the other members on the channel. I really do appreciate your very warm support that you always show me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.